What is up, everyone? Prox here, and I think it's time for some World of Tanks. Alright, so I have two games today in the AMX 5100. On this game, I'm playing with Redman on Karelia, and there's a lot of tier 8s here, so that's pretty nice, because that means a lot of damage to have. In these two games, I do make a lot of mistakes. The games are very good, but there are definitely some things that I could have done better or shouldn't have done at all, so I'm going to point those out in hopes that you don't make the same mistakes. So me and Redman are looking at the enemy team composition, and we think the only thing that can get up to the hill with us would be the Type 59 and the 5100, so we have to make sure we take those guys out effectively and quickly. And there's the 5100. I'm gonna get shot, aren't I? Yeah, I am. And track damage. Take that. But they do have the FV304 already, and he just shot. So what that means is, when we get to the top of this hill, we can't stop around this corner because the FV304 will be able to hit us all day long. So we need to take the hill without occupying this little top hill area. So what we're going to do is we're going to head around very wide. That way we'll be able to fight the 5100 and the Type 59 without also having the FV304 shoot at us. Right here I decide to ignore the Type 59 because the 5100 is more dangerous as it has an autoloader. I put 2 shells in. Redman will shoot him once, and I'll finish him off. Alright, so now that that guy's dead and we're safe from the arty, it's time to focus on this Type 59. And he bounces off of me. I don't even know. I kill him, but how do you bounce off the 5100 when you have its entire broadside? I just don't understand at all. So while I'm reloading, I'm looking for where my next shot is going to be, and it's probably going to be at that tiger down there, because there's nothing to spot the north, and we can't shoot up there. We don't have enough view range, and they're probably behind rocks and crap too. This is the most painful part of playing the 5100. It's like the longest 40 seconds of your life. And I was wrong about the tiger being my next shot. It's going to be this KV5. I shouldn't have pulled over the cliff here. I could have shot him back there. I was just too eager to unload my clip into the KV5. So I probably could have avoided that shell. But now I'm just going to permatrack him there. And he's going to get a shot on me. And Redman saves me. Nice. I still have 2 shells left, so what I'm going to do is go down here and unload them into this tiger. And there we go. And he doesn't even get any shots back into me. And then Redman finishes him off. I'm reloading again, and now we each have 2 kills. We're the only people who's killed anyone on our team. Now what I'm going to do is try to sit back here, reload, not get in the way of anything that's happening on the south. And I'm going to see if I can line up some shots up north once I'm done reloading. I see there is a medium tank in the middle, a TD up at north, and also a heavy tank up north. Yep, there's a Yag Panther, I can see him. Redman shoots him, he disappears, but who cares, I'll shoot there anyway and still kill him. Alright, so here's where one of my mistakes is. I know I'm not going to be able to do anything going down here south. The best I'll be able to do is get shot at a bunch of times and maybe shoot one person. So I should have stuck up north and begun flanking around now before their entire team just completely fell apart. So now I have to make my way all the way back up here in order to flank down with red man. I really wish I didn't go down that hill. But I'll just try to catch up as best I can. But tracking myself at the bottom of the hill isn't helping that cause at all. Oh, now we have brothers in arms. I didn't even notice. 3 kills each, as long as we stay alive, and it looks like we will, with a 7 tank advantage. There's red man's 4th kill. And there's his 5th kill. I didn't really notice he had 5 kills in the game. I was just too excited about the game to even pay attention to our kills. I looked up at the scoreboard like after I killed the tiger. I was like, oh my, we have 9 kills total. Spoiler alert, I killed the tiger. So I'm wondering where this Tiger 2 is, because I haven't seen him anywhere, and neither has any of the teammates. So I'm wondering if he like was hiding in the middle, but no, there he is. I still have 5 shells left. That's plenty to kill a Tiger 2, a stock Tiger 2. And this is how you help your team, ladies and gentlemen, sitting in the back, waiting for everyone else to die. That is the effective use of your tank, right there. And boom, there we go, I kill him for the 9th kill. So looking at the after battle report, me and Redman finished on top in damage, and also on the top in XP. I got 1400 XP, brothers in arms, and I forget what that medal's called, like, I'm just gonna say Top Gun. I have no idea what that medal is called, but anyway, I got it. It's nice and shiny and golden, so who cares. I got 4 kills and 4400 damage, and Redman was in close behind with 3900. Let's take a look at the next game. Okay, now, from the beginning, this looks a bit disappointing. Let me just quickly redo my marker and stuff, just how I like it. Alright, back to the game. So, me and Redman are platooning again, and we are on the bottom. Yeah, this completely sucks because we're the only tier 8s on our team, and we're soft. Like, everything could pen us with HE, so that kind of sucks. But we're gonna try to make the best of it here, and we're gonna do that by entirely avoiding the city, because we'll die if we go in there. Now this game has a crap ton of mistakes by myself, so we'll see those here. Mistake 1 coming up. My mistake here was being too greedy with the IS-3 and sitting out in the open too often. I wanted to take that blind shot. Now I should have just completely backed up because I already taken too much damage, but I tried to pen the E50M there for some reason, and now I'm down to half health. So the lesson here is don't try to like force yourself to do a bunch of damage. The damage will come to you if you're playing good. But if you just overexpose yourself like I did there, bounced off the bat chat by the way, that was sad, you're gonna get just chewed up, especially if you're an autoloader that's soft, because everything will pen you. So that was my first mistake. My second mistake is, notice how I'm only like a third of the way reloaded, and I poke out here again to look at the E50M, like, and I got spotted for it. So don't even bother like poking out when you're reloading in an autoloader. Just unless it's like you're around a corner with another tank and you need to make it look like you're not reloading to keep them scared and away, but that's fine. But not like in the middle of a field, oh, let's drive back out in the open. No, I don't even know what that was about, why I did that. So now I'm going to use Redman as cover because he died in the field. So I'm wondering where that IS-3 went down there. There he is. And here comes lesson number 3. It wasn't anything I did. I really don't know how people don't know not to drive in front of an autoloader when they're shooting. You're gonna get shot. That's what's gonna happen if you drive in front of an autoloader. Or you're not gonna get shot because the person in the autoloader is gonna wait for you to move, and by the time you move, they've lost out on potentially 800 damage that they could have done to that enemy tank. And that tank's still left alive, and you are the reason why. So don't drive in front of autoloaders when they're unloading. Now that I am reloading, I'm going to look for my next lane of approach. And it kind of looks like the city's a better option now because there are 3 tanks down, and now the enemy tanks are distracted by our guys in the city. But I spot some dudes in the field, so I'm going to try to get shots on them. I'm looking for that E75. I'm just gonna shoot and hope it pens him. Probably won't, or missed him entirely. But now that he's off the radar and that 112-21 has died, I'm gonna try to take a snapshot at that E50, but it doesn't go so well. And I could have killed him there. I was a little too late though. So what I'm gonna do is swing around to the left and see if there's any tanks in their base. And there is. And sorry, 430. Oops. It looks like this T-54 is AFK, so I can just unload on him, no problem. Oh, I love free damage like this. Look at that. About 1,000 hit points of damage right there. Awesome stuff. So I'm going to wait behind this corner a little bit until I have a little bit more reload. So to where I know I can drive down this road, and by the time I get to the enemy tanks, I will be reloaded. But I judged it a little too late. I'll get there before I'm entirely reloaded. But that's okay, I can just wait a little more. Driving here was a risk. That Jagdtiger could have, Jagdpanzer could have just completely owned me. So I still have a little bit on reload, so I'm going to slowly follow this tortoise, trying not to get shot by the E75. Alright, now that I'm reloaded, I can do some work. Excuse me. I was kind of annoyed this tortoise was in my way almost the entire time, but I get a cool drive-by shot, so that's always nice. Alright, lesson number 4, driving around corners when there's enemy tanks right there. You always want to check in and make sure they're not looking at you, because I could have gotten easily owned if they were facing my way, and I just drove around the corner all willy-nilly. And last shot's on the M103, another driving shot, it pens, and then he dies shortly after. So that wasn't too bad of a game for a tier 8 tank in a tier 9 and 10 game. Alright, so looking at the after battle report, it's a little sad for Redman. At least he didn't do the worst on the team. He got 85 more damage than the M103, so that's always nice. But on to my game stats stuff. I finished on the top in damage and XP for the team, and that was just really awesome considering I was in a tier 8 tank that was made out of paper mache. But I did 4,400 damage, 3 kills, and 1,300 XP. Awesome. I fired 24 shots, and 15 of those were pens, so that's pretty freaking good. Anyways, if you've enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.